you ready for me to make your weekend? Because I'm going to do it with one news story. My name is Justice Knight, today filling in for Lisa Haven. Can't thank you enough for allowing me to be here. So you're wondering what happened? It's an absolutely savage move. Trump just sprung a trap on the January 6th commission, absolutely blindsiding them. They never saw it coming. But what's even more amazing is they asked for it. They searched for it, and they walked right into it. That, my friends, is going to be my privilege and honor to report to you now. Now, let's get back to this story. So to me, and I'm sure you, there is nothing more pleasurable than to watch someone create their own disaster and fall right into the trap that someone else sets to them when it involves politics. And that's what happened here. You saw all the headlines. The Washington Post. National Archives had to retrieve Trump White House records from Mar-a-Lago. The recovery of 15 boxes from Trump's Florida's resort, including letters from Barack Obama and Kim Jong-un, underscores the previous administration's cavalier handling of presidential records. Well, it was the January 6th commission that wanted those records back. There was information that was going to devastate Donald Trump. Just listen to the Biden administration and Jen Psaki and what they had to say about it.
It was in many respects a unique attack on the foundations of our democracy. The president's dedicated to ensuring that something like that could never happen again, which is why the administration is cooperating with ongoing investigations, including the January 6th Select Committee, to bring to light what happened. As a part of this process, the president has determined that an assertion of executive privilege is not warranted for the first set of documents from the Trump White House that have been provided to us by the National Archives.
You remember that announcement? The Biden administration wanted those records. They wanted to further devastate Donald Trump. It's all they've been focused on because they've been unable to accomplish anything else. But lo and behold, the Supreme Court goes ahead and supports them. And they get access to those documents. And so the stories rolled in. National Archives transfers 15 boxes of Trump records from Mar-a-Lago. The House Select Committee has received hundreds of White House records since Trump lost a legal fight at the Supreme Court to keep them secret. But are you ready for the lies to begin? The deception, the deceit, the misdirection? The committee had asked the National Archives for all call logs and telephone records for Trump and top aides, as well as daily presidential diaries. The archives had struggled to cope with the president, who flouted document retention requirements and frequently ripped up official documents, leaving hundreds of pages taped back together. Well, let's stop there for one moment. See, they wanted to paint the picture that Trump shredded up documents and made them disappear, shoved them down the toilet in one article to be more specific, but yet they're finding the records taped up in the archives that he held in his own Mar-a-Lago resort. So if the man was truly trying to ditch evidence, he had them in his possession, but he left the tape-up records in the boxes. Nothing makes sense in this story the more you read it, but a lot of people actually believe that he's trying to duck and cover some of this. We'll go back. Some damaged documents were among those turned over to the House Select Committee investigating the January 6, 2021 attack on the U.S. Capitol by a pro-Trump mob. You saw the headlines. Here's just a few of them. Document shredding, Trump style. Historians have to tape together records that Trump tore up. No, they were taped up already. Trump literally shredded presidential records, and no, he wasn't supposed to do that. And my favorite of all, accused of literally flushing documents Trump denies reporting. Well, they found the documents that they were looking for. The first document, one such document, by the way, to give you a point of reference of what he was shredding up, was a letter from Chuck Schumer. That's right. A letter from Chuck Schumer that said they told Trump to stop doing it. He didn't want to stop. That was one of the ultra-sensitive records that they were looking for, along with this Thor hammer marked Trump. Now, I can't make this up. This is what you find when you do digging and research to dig out what they were so good at recovering. All about what happened here and this man. But now, let's let the drama and lies and trap ensue. Donald Trump hidden records sent to January 6 panel after Supreme Court ruling. Hidden records. As if Donald Trump was, again, remember, trying to hide something. There was a mysterious phone call, series of phone calls that took place outside of just this one with Jim Jordan, who we talk to all the time. 10 minutes on the morning of the Capitol insurrection, records obtained by January 6 committee show, according to CNN. But they wanted more. They didn't have the smoking gun. This hidden evidence, these hidden recordings, these hidden phone calls, these hidden messages. So now they try to paint the president in a corner. Ex-president lashes at out-of-control January 6th probe as Mar-a-Lago papers under scrutiny. They're trying to paint the picture of how guilty he is. There's missing call logs. We can't find them. But that's not the entire story, is it? Oh, no. No, not at all. Trump missing call logs present a challenge for January 6th investigators. Sparse call records and missing documents hinder the House panel as it tries to piece together what Trump was doing during the attack on Congress. Uh-oh. Houston, we have a problem. Let's listen to what mainstream media had to say.
Today, CNN reports that the National Archives only received the documents from Mar-a-Lago after threatening to alert Congress and the Justice Department if the records were not turned over.
The report goes on to say, one source familiar with the situation says the document turnover has not been fully resolved. It says Trump is still in possession of documents the archive wants. The title reads, Archive threatened to go to Congress and Justice Department to get Trump to turn over the records. You see, they were painting the picture of what they wanted you to believe was a guilty man, but then something happens. The trap is sprung. And CNN is the one of many that has to report on it. White House records obtained so far by January 6th committee show no record of calls to and from Trump during the riot. All of this, they painted the picture of a guilty man hiding evidence. They were going to seize all that information, and what do they have to report now? The records the House Select Committee has obtained do not contain entries of phone calls between the president and lawmakers that have widely been reported in the press. Trump was known to make calls using his personal cell phones, which could account for this because we're terribly embarrassed now. We made another monumental mistake, and Trump trapped us again. Investigators have not uncovered evidence that any official records were tampered with or deleted. They have not uncovered evidence that any official records were tampered with or deleted. And it is well known that Mr. Trump routinely used his personal cell phone. They got to put that in there again. You see how the talking point's the same on every article I've shown you because that's what they have to press out there now because they've been trapped. And those of his aides to talk with other aides, congressional allies, and outside confidants, bypassing the normal channel of presidential communication because we found nothing. We cast a net of over 100 subpoenas for phone records, and we found nothing. All we found was a gap. They're reporting on a gap because they found nothing in what they seized. And Trump must be sitting back right now in his chair, on his golf cart, who knows where he's at, laughing. Because he darn well knew exactly what was there and what wasn't. But you, by the mainstream media, were led to believe that he was hiding shredded up documents that were taped back together and in the boxes within his possession, that there was recordings of him back and forth orchestrating everything, which there wasn't, and all the subpoenas have resulted in no such communication. That's a monumental failure, a trap set by Trump, and a demolition and devastation of everyone sitting on that commission right now. But what has the mainstream media said about it? Once again, crickets. Hope you enjoyed the story. Lisa wanted me to give a shout out to her sponsor, NobleGoldInvestments.com. Amazing company. You've heard me talk about them many times in their gold individual retirement account. And now with every qualified account, you get this amazing 1/10 ounce proof gold bullion coin. Again, that's with every qualified account. I hope that I had that in clear. Amazing sponsor. Again, NobleGoldInvestments.com. Get over there. Check them out. It's your way of supporting Lisa. Your other way, again, is to get over to Restricted Republic. Can't thank you enough for being here. Hope you enjoyed the story. Look forward to your comments. Make sure you share the video. And more importantly, we love you all. Godspeed and God bless. Until next time, Justice Knight, signing out.